his name. Grab the haft of your shaft, thrust it in and thrust it aft, and give a roar for the mighty boar. It's true he carries a great round shield, no, he's never been defeated, no, he doesn't yield. One day a Steiner lass said, I'll let you kick my ass, when she saw the weapon he wields. Give a roar, the mighty boar. Give a roar and scream his name. Oberon, grab the haft of your shaft, thrust it in and thrust it aft, and give a roar for the mighty boar. When he stands in front of a Jotun line, he says, show me yours and I'll show you mine. Then he hoists it in the air and he doesn't have a care, 'cause his is bigger every time. Give a roar, the mighty boar. Give a roar and scream his name. Oberon, grab the haft of your shaft, thrust it in and thrust it aft, and give a roar for the mighty boar. Well, I heard his spear once broke in half, shattered by a mage to whom he said that it would last. Thought for days in pain he would never walk again. Then the Masquerade gave his sailing ship a mast. Give a roar, the mighty boar. Give a roar and scream his name. Oberon, grab the haft of your shaft, thrust it in and thrust it aft, and give a roar for the mighty boar. Well, he waltzed around with his pole fixed new, and all that he could think of was to run the bugger through. They said after couple fights, Bron, your spear has got some might. He said, I know, and my cock's big too. Give a roar, the mighty boar. Give a roar and scream his name. Oberon, grab the haft of your shaft, thrust it in and thrust it aft, and give a roar for the mighty boar. Give a roar, the mighty boar. Give a roar and scream his name. Grab the haft of your shaft, thrust it in and thrust it aft, and give a roar for the mighty boar. The mighty boar. Have you heard of a man named Bron? Felt the strength of his arms so strong, when he thrusts his spear, foes scream in fear, 'cause they'd never seen a spear that long. Give a roar, the mighty boar. Give a roar and scream his name. Oberon, grab the haft.
Hopefully this is working and you can hear me okay. It's been a few weeks, so I've obviously forgotten how to do everything. Hello. Bibu, thank you for subscribing for 10 months. You're an idiot, as always, as everyone is for subbing. I don't understand it. I don't know if the game audio is going to work at all or not, because it's not coming up with anything. So we'll give it a go. Actually, I'll turn the music up a little bit, and then we'll see what that does. Nothing. Alright, let's see if that works. Can you hear the game audio at all? Don't want to be too loud. Let us know if you can hear the game sounds and stuff. Yeah, you can. Good. Yep. Okay, we'll tell if it's English. I do speak it apparently. Tell me if it's too late. Trap in the hat. Excellent stuff. Well, thanks for coming back. I'm still not 100%. So pneumonia into an ear infection. So I'm still deaf in my right ear. Which isn't so bad when I'm sat here because everyone sits there. I can't hear them. It's a blessing in disguise. Can't stay for long. Popped in to say I love you and happy birthday to the pond scum. Thank you very much, Dolly. There is another pond scum in here, in Pete. So yes, it is our collective birthday today. So for those who don't know, Royal Marines, it's their birthday today. So happy birthday, Royals. You're all wonderful, wonderful bastards. I think that's, yeah. Hat films are running late tonight, so my notification to go live came along a bit late, but still. Anyway, I hope you can hear us all right. Cake all round, indeed, Pete. So, we've been blessed with Helen this evening.
Who's also not well.
Who's also not well. We are all dying a painful, horrible death. A slow, horrible death. I'll move the mic a bit closer so we don't have to shout. Exactly. Oh, hey Panda, how are you doing? How is everything going work-wise? I hope everything is sorting itself for you. I am here. Yes, she sat behind you, but in the true Lord of the Rings game wizardry, she looks like a hobbit. Well, compared to me, she is a hobbit.
I'm not sat that far. I'm not.
No, she's actually. No, she is
literally
literally right next to me. So I've never played this before. As many of you know, I am a fan of vampire, werewolf, and stuff like that. Panda is behind the green screen. That would be hilarious. It's been threatened a lot in this game and in everything, in all streams I do. Not with Panda behind me, but you know, with everyone behind me. Biscuit, 6 months. Good to see you, man. Everyone who's messaged to see how I'm feeling after the stag do. I haven't replied to any of you. I'm sorry, but I've really not been well. So, 100 bits. Thank you. Killer Cake. That's a good name. I like that. We need to buy a trebuchet. Yeah, we've got to help Digby with a trebuchet.
No, compete.
I don't think we can compete with Digby for the trebuchet, but you know, we're here. Anyway, hopefully something really positive work-wise. We'll let you know when I do. Excellent. That's awesome. That's good to hear something positive has happened. So we couldn't both of us fit in the green screen, so I've just put it there, and I was getting angry while I was trying to sort it out because I'm renowned for really being calm and collective. I've been walking a telescope in Chile tonight and got to go set it up, but I thought I'd pop in and say, no, that's all good, mate. You enjoyed your telescope, you enjoy your stars, and I'm sure we will see you soon anyway, buddy. You take care of yourself. So, is bigger green screen on the registry? I can't read. No, unfortunately not. Something I am tempted to save for, but we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know how I'm raiding tonight now then. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't set that up either. I am so far behind on everything. You can tell I've not done it for a few weeks. Bless you.
Thank you.
Right. So I'm going to be looking over to my right because that's where chat is now. Because we need to see the game. So we've never played this before. I can't remember if this is Old World of Darkness or new. Just because I'm awkward. Oh! Brouillard, Von True, or Toreador.
Oh, I know where you're going.
So we're going to be Brouillard,
Yep.
because we're going to rage against everything and be an absolute dick.
Would you have hair like that?
Ooh,
Oh, Eric. Eric, the rage machine.
Eric. Right, what are we calling ourselves?
Nigel.
Nigel. Shintact. 4 months. Excellent. Welcome. Hey, dude. How you doing? Hope everybody is good. Or is it just CJ intact? Excuse me. Okay. There you go. CJ. Because why not? That's how we're doing that this evening. That's how every other streamer seems to do it, and I'm a pro streamer. Are you reading?
Do you want me to read?
You can. Well, you can read.
New York taught me to believe in fate.
No, I've got a click.
Yeah. Had you asked me about fate back when I was a human, I would have told you it's just superstitious bullshit, that we are all designers of our own destinies. That belief shattered when the richest woman in the United States, the actual richest one, not a face you could have seen in the papers, of course, sank her teeth deep into my neck, as the Kardashians knows.
Slander, but probably true.
It happened in the very same place you're standing in right now, by the way. Fate.
What, our living room?
You decide. They took a long trip out.
Long trip.
I never trusted Kourtney Kardashian.
Yeah. The vampires have come to the vampiric hub that is Eastleigh. The vampiric hub of the world. If it was a mystery. ...
You don't have to read that one. Please, there's absolutely no need to be hostile. Just listen a little longer.
Yeah, fuck off, Kin.
See? My mistake was that I flew too close to the sun. It makes sense that my punishment was to never see its glow again.
Oh, sorry, I clicked on.
Oh, I don't like playing games together. Go on.
I was incandescent myself. I was hot shit. I had it all. Money, looks, confidence, connections, men, women, a career, and a spark in my eye. The one you need to be born with. Well, I read that wrong. And that's when someone far more powerful than me saw my radiance and thought, that won't do. She ribbed me? She robbed me of the light erupting from within, and gave me a subtle, enduring gleam in its place. She decided that would fit me much better. She was a 9th generation kindred, just like you. An apex predator. She probably enjoyed teaching me the peak of human excellence, my real place in the food chain. She took you to McDonald's. Alright, Jeremy Irons. Thank you, Dawn. I read that as Eeyore. It's such an Eeyore when you look at some loudmouth braggart and see them for all...
Isn't that a creature from Harry Potter?
What, braggart? Yeah, it's the thing in the wardrobe, isn't it?
Oh yes, yeah, it's in the movies.
Yeah, but we don't talk about Barry Trotter. The temptation to teach them a lesson can be unbearable, right? Well, my size lesson was a lesson about fate. A massage.
Plots, yes.
Plots,
tasty,
yeah.
Tasty plot.
Right, there we go. I'm bigger than you. Higher in the food chain. Get in my belly. Kindred is just now replaced with Kardashian. In my mind, and this game just became really different. Yep, excellent. Thank you, Panda. That's awesome. Killer Cake is continuing the gift sub they got from Debbie Harry. Hey Liam, how you doing? And thank you, Killer Cake. This is how it begins. Do we have to move around or anything?
Do we club all the time?
Yeah.
Come on, Vogue.
No. Close the curtain. Big box, little box, big box, little box.
100%. You definitely did that when you went clubbing.
I really did when I went clubbing. Can you just imagine? I wasn't the one sat at the table staring at everyone drinking. The music is pounding and your pulse is keeping pace. This is one of those nights that make you feel alive, even though it started with you feeling dead.
Normal Saturday.
Yeah. It would explain a lot, yeah.
First came the messy breakup, then the realisation you have nobody to talk to about how much it sucked. Sucked, you get it? Still, you decided to roll with the punches.
It's because they're vampires. You got to roll with the punches. One Facebook search for local events later and you found just the thing for your malaise. It's a small rash. A short subway ride and you find yourself at the club just outside Dumbo. That's an elephant. You know, with the big ears. Not a fancy one, mind you, more like a slightly refurbished warehouse. But hey, at least the drinks are cheap. The DJ really needs to know his shit too. This is a really soft one. This is one, and this is more pebble dashing.
He's got Bristol stool charts plastered on the wall behind him.
Bristol stool chart, yeah. He's been watching too much hat films. Detroit crowd pleasers expertly feeling out everyone's mood. An hour passes, then two. Usually you feel awkward coming to a place like this alone, but tonight you find something soothing in joining the crowd, blending in, even as you allow the beat to take over. This is so weird, because I can only hear it in my left ear. Starting to sound like an emo vamp. Very Streets of Rage vibe. Yeah, This is, yeah, I don't like the vampire at the moment. Sweat, yours, others people's, however much you can drink.
Oh, you want me to read this?
A thought pops into your head from the outside. That's fluffy. The fluffy, packed club must seem like a stuffy, smelly nightmare, but here in the thick of it, it becomes exhilarating. And you're not even on a pill tonight. Oh, she's getting pregnant.
Oh my.
There's this Latina chick whose curves are accentuated.
There's this Latina chick whose curves are accentuated by the light dress clinging to her body, and she keeps bumping into you. Something tells you it only seems incidental. Yeah, it's a good night. You wish it could last forever, because you'll know all too well what the next day holds.
It's covered in jizz.
Stop it. Waking up, getting dressed for work, the commute, the 9-to-5 grind that will make you just enough money to pay the rent and keep living in your overpriced shithole of an apartment. This guy's edgy.
Fucking edgelord.
It's so brouillard.
I get the impression that this would be happening for everyone.
Oh, never mind, she's back.
Your chance of not going to bed alone, gone. She's now next to another guy hitting it. Oh, fuck.
What's that song that's always playing in clubs that's basically exactly about this?
Bid-up-a-dip, got no joke.
No,
I've
it's
been married
not
long time ago.
Joe.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cat Joe. Are you blushing, Steve? I'm always... No, that's actually the fever. Hangovers. The next day holds hangovers. Not for me. Oh.
You're obsessively washing your face.
Huh?
You're obsessively washing your face.
No.
Like that will remove your parents' shame. Over and over and over again.
Voice from your past echoes in your mind. It's your uncle. He's telling you to
No.
take off your pants. Too far? Probably not. Oh, hello, Jessica. Citizen slave.
Got a weirdly long neck.
It looks like Rick from Rick and Morty. He's got the triangle bits on his head there. Weird shaped face. She's smoking.
She's edgy.
Oh yeah, she's another edgelord. I've never felt like this with anyone. Seriously, I mean it. I feel like all of my relationships up to this point were test runs. A shitty way to compensate for my low self-esteem.
Your reading's getting better.
Yeah, fuck you, Jessica. If it's not Cotton Eye Joe, but sounds like Cotton Eye Joe, it's probably Poppin' an Oak. Oh yeah, another Redneck's Beast. Oh yeah, Poppin' an Oak, yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know that one? It's the same song.
Go on then.
Google it. I got my mates round tonight, but I told them to come at 9 so I can watch the stream. Oh, you fool. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. But this feels right, finally. Shut up, Jess. You dirty little...
No.
You don't know what I was going to say?
No.
Whore.
No.
Jessica, not you. She is the slut of Samos.
We're not even going to get past this bit.
This was the craziest fucking day of my life. God, I need a smoke. Pass me a light. What do you mean cops took the lighter? There's one in your mouth.
A lighter or a cigarette?
Where's the lighter in the mouth? Just shut the hell up. This is not you. Not anymore. This game is so edgy. Oh, fuck off. This is so...
I couldn't tell you who Clint Eastwood is.
Actually, no, what? You don't know who Clint Eastwood is? No. I don't know how to respond to that. I mean, I don't really want to get you to watch any of his films because the guy's a prick.
No. He's not the one that married his adopted daughter.
No, that's Woody Allen.
Right.
Why does Jessica look like Jane Austen going through an emo phase? This is true. Very true. Cowboy guy, right? Yes, that's Clint Eastwood. Watch Gran Torino, Dirty Harry. Used to be a tough guy. Yeah, he's now just a nasty, nasty piece of work. You think you're impressing people with this tough guy act? Fuck you. I know how broken you really are. You need therapy.
No.
Talking to me. Could be. Yeah, now that sounds like the Jessica of today. You raise your head and look in the mirror. You try to smile, but all you can muster is a self-pitying grin. Go on. Do a self-pitying grin. It's just more like fear.
Same thing.
There she is. The Latina from before.
Oh, that poor woman. Literally just her race. Okay.
That's, fuck me off.
Christ, the 80s called.
I was going to go more for the 60s called.
Wow.
It's like Tina Turner in a way, as well. She says, you look like you need a drink. A drink of what? All this place serves is sweat. You hesitate for a second or two and then blurt out a surprisingly enthusiastic yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Now say ooh. In fairness, that is a nice dress.
It was a nice dress.
Was it?
Yeah, Square Necks are in fashion.
Oh, okay. You start to talk, it quickly becomes evident that she's into politics and you are eager to please.
And apparently very desperate young men.
Desperate. Absolutely gagging for it. You might be a corporate drone. No comment. But you spend a lot of evenings reading theory. Actual theory, not bastardized Twitter cliff notes.
You're such a nice guy.
I reckon that this person... This is obviously nothing against CJ who's watching, because CJ is obviously a lovely person, but this CJ is a bellend, and I reckon he constantly goes up to people and says, you should be with me because I'm lovely, I'm a nice guy.
I'm a nice guy, I'm really nice and friendly.
Oh, he's doing the American thing at the moment,
You
is it?
smiled at me, and therefore you owe me sex.
That's my line.
If you click next, that's the next line.
Probably. But is he going to be like the Americans are at the moment, going, I'm an alpha male.
Oh God, you're so beta.
No, I'm a bell end too. Hit the nail on the head. Okay. So we are playing like CJ then.
Yeah.
The status quo sucks. There must be something better. She agrees. You seem to subscribe to the same progressive political theories, have compatible ideas about the DSA's missteps, even watch the same YouTube channels.
Funny cat gifs.
Funny cat gifs. Goats screaming. And beard.
Fail army.
And beard meets food. We've been watching a lot of Beard Meets Food recently. And it's...
too much. It's not really a healthy
It's
binge.
not. It's not. It just makes us want to order 20 McDonald's burgers at 10 o'clock at night.
She's a bit more radical than you'd have guessed.
Oh, more of a KFC fan. Oh, I've got to click, haven't I? You attended a few rallies, been to a few protests, but this girl sounds like she broke her fair share of faces and kicked more than a couple of cops in the nuts over the course of her activist career. Okay. Her zeal is infectious. She taps you in the nuts. No, she taps into pent-up anger that you didn't know you had.
I didn't even register you'd said that.
No? Excellent. Ooh, my girlfriend left me. I got no friends. This other girl has gone on to someone else. I'm a nice girl, crikey. A very long story. Asked me face to face about Steve Mangan, lookalike, and Tarquin. Ooh. Sounds like a dude notorious for going against people asking them if they've read Sartre. What you...
It doesn't matter. I was interested to see if you could...
Enter does. I'm going to remove... Oh my god. Just as the DJ starts playing All the Things You Said by Tattoo. Of course, you chuckle to yourself.
How does that go?
All the things are said, running through my head. And now I need to put a school uniform on and then go off and kiss a girl in a school uniform. No, wait. No, wait. Think about it.
I think you're confusing your fantasies here.
No, that's actually in the video.
Is it?
They're wearing school uniform.
I don't know, I've not seen the video. I'm not that old.
And they're in the rain and the two women and they kiss. And they're kissing with the tongues and everything.
You remember that, do you?
Vividly.
Vividly.
How old that song is nearly sent me into a bad headspace. It's a terrible song. When was that song?
I bet you it's before I got my phone.
Oh, we got chat.
Yeah, chat. How old is the
How
song?
was that song? I reckon 19...
What do you reckon? Older or younger than me?
Ooh, that's true. I reckon younger. I reckon 1999. I reckon 1999. Or 2000. That sort of time frame.
Right, we'll keep playing until they tell us.
No, I'm waiting.
No, we gotta...
It's changed. We're at a railway station. Oh, that looks like...
To be fair, I like the art.
Oh yeah, the art style's lovely. Train moved. It's chilly outside, but soon enough you find yourself too invested in listening to the girl's voice to care about anything else. She is a vampire.
Yeah.
She's like Laszlo.
2002.
Oh, I was close. Thank you, CJ. So it's definitely... Yeah, so it is younger than you.
It is, yeah. But I was still young enough to have not heard it.
Yeah, 2002. Where was I in 2002?
You realise you've been holding hands for a while. Someone else's, a complete stranger on the platform.
Yes, the local drunk. The subway car is empty, save for a stoic middle-aged couple and a drunk staring intently at his own feet. Plenty of room to stretch out, and yet she sits right next to you.
That feels completely normal.
Weirdy? Weirdo. Yeah.
Like, of course you would if you're travelling with someone.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The last time we came back from London together, I got a completely different train to you.
Yeah, that's our normal rule.
Well, I got on the train. And
My dad was like, should we call Steve? And I'm like, no, Steve's a big boy. He'll work it out.
But I got on the first... I actually caught the train
You
and
did,
you lot
but
didn't.
no one else was going to run for it.
I wouldn't run for it. I walked for it.
No, you didn't. Damn,
Sorry,
we got to
that's
that
a nice
train.
tangent there. You can feel her thigh pressing into yours. Her breath on the side of your neck. She's not breathing like nicely. She's there going. I dribbled.
Oh, that is
I dribbled.
really nice.
Maybe it's the booze talking, but you distinctly hear your voice asking if she'd like to crash at your place. I've got a better eye, she says. Anal.
Hurry up.
No.
I want something to happen.
Okay. At this point, you're down for anything as long as it lets you spend a few more minutes
That's
with her.
dangerous.
She takes you to a sleazy motel in the Bronx, trading a few words with the balding, tired-looking guy at the front desk. He hands her a key. Still holding your hand, the woman leads you up the stairs. Ooh. But that looks alright, apart from the ceiling. And the thing that's open.
Boutique now.
Boutique, yeah. The room you end up in almost comically stereotypical, complete with flaking paint and a sticky floor. That's cum. Not that it matters, though. The moment you step through the door, she's on you. Wow. You're gonna.
Did I try to take the lead?
Yeah.
You tried to take the lead, but she's having none of it. Before you know it, you feel the rickety bed pressing against her back. It's sloppy, fun, fierce, and not once does she lose the initiative. Roll for initiative.
She had halitosis. Blue. Great time to join the stream. Whispers anal. Welcome, Blue. I knew you were coming, you see. I read that as the bed is sloppy and herk. We can't read it now. Helen skipped it. She's too impatient.
But you can go back.
If you press delete, you'd break it. Your hands reach under her t-shirt. Strange.
She was wearing a dress.
I'm not saying nothing. It didn't look like she was cold outside, but now her skin feels eerily cool. AK nipples.
Oh
As if
God.
sensing your confusion, she slaps your hand off of her. Don't you touch my bullety nipples.
Stop it.
Oh. She kisses your neck. You are overwhelmed by the sensation.
Darkness.
Closed her eyes. The taste of liquid fire and smoke on your tongue. Ooh, cigars.
I was about to say that.
Oh, it's
See,
that...
look, she's wearing a dress.
Oh, yeah. So why does it say t-shirt
She
for?
even mentioned her clingy, loose dress.
So why did it say t-shirt for? Her voice saying, sorry kid, I did what I had to do to leave this city in one piece, but don't worry, with my blood and your principles, you're gonna do just fine. She slams the motel door behind her as she leaves. You lie helpless on the soiled, pungent mattress for some time, minutes, hours, before you can focus enough to try to piece together your evening. It hits you. The big hunger. Needs to watch a bit more Beard versus Food.
Oh, come on. Nothing's happened yet. We're still getting through the bloody introduction.
It grips you by the throat and makes your inside shrivel in terror. It's an all-encompassing emptiness that throws you on all fours. We're back to anal. Yeah.
You crawl for a while, shut up, squirm on the floor in sundering pain, then jump to your feet and bust out the door. You black out. Dot, dot, dot.
Dot, dot, dot. This isn't the room you saw when you last closed your eyes.
Dot, dot, dot.
Somebody curses at you. A small, naked, buff dude holding a short leather whip. This is cock.
It's Clint Eastwood.
It is Clint Eastwood, yeah. Wow, what a goofy motherfucker. He throws a punch.
I don't think I'd think, what a goofy motherfucker in that situation.
It's New York, isn't it, though? He yells out several slurs. He hits you in the jaw. You black out again.
Dot, dot, dot.
The guy isn't moving anymore. There's blood on his neck. There's blood on his arms. There's blood on the floor. There's blood on the dance floor. You just get kill the groove.
It was Sophie Ellis Bextor the whole time.
Sophie Ellis Bextor's just kicked the shit out of Clint Eastwood. There's blood everywhere. Wow, whoever did this is one sick puppy. You realise you're sitting on top of his corpse.
Dot, dot, dot.
You hear a whimper. Someone else is there. A woman. Her... Oh, that's a head up there. That's a head and neck. Her arms are tied to the bread? Eh.
Bread frame.
An eye mask over her face. Red marks on her back. This time you see it happen. You want to stop but can't. She almost manages to get a scream out, but it dies in her throat as you bite into the side of her neck. You drink. Blood. You're drinking blood. You could swear you feel her life force escaping her body, entering yours. All comes back to anal. Suddenly terrified, you tear away from her neck. She's not moving, but she's breathing. There's barely a mark on her neck. The guy on the floor, though, poor Clint.
Dot, dot, dot.
You double over in a spasm, realising what you did. You feel like throwing up, but can only gag. Panic sets in as another realisation draws on you. Your heart is not beating.
How would you realise that?
Because it's a game.
Okay.
You put 2 fingers to your wrist, but feel no pulse. Same thing on your neck. Nothing. There is no breath coming out of your mouth. How's your vampire gag reflex? Wow. No idea. Probably too late for the dude on the floor. Did you really kill him? Stranger. What a mess.
You silly boy.
You really are
No.
biggest bastard in all of New York City. Oh dear. You look up. The door to the room is ajar. A tall, handsome, broad-shouldered man fills the entire frame. You push your hands under his t-shirt. He brushes an imaginary speck of dirt off his perfectly tailored suit. He's a Von True. Oh,
we've got options.
We could got options.
This is not what it looks like.
Really?
Okay, not that one.
Doesn't go. Get out of the way, fucker.
Not call 911.
No.
Out of the way is the last one I pick.
Is it? But
Yeah.
we're a brewer.
Right. Well, we don't know that yet.
Oh, this is true. What did you want then?
Not out of the way.
Antonio Banderas should sue for copyright. Which one?
I don't care.
Now you don't care.
Now I don't care.
Now you don't
You've
care.
taken so long picking that I refuse to care anymore.
Hey man, this isn't what it looks like. That's good to hear, because from where I'm standing it looks like you're in a world of trouble. He surveys the room, not moving an inch from where he is standing. He shakes his head in mock concern. Murder, assault, that's 25 to life if you're lucky. But since you're not, it's a death sentence. He takes a glance at his expensive looking watch. Lucky for you, it's been a slow night. Otherwise I might not have gotten here in time. Come on, the sun comes up in a few hours. You don't want to be around here when it does.
Fuck you, I'm not going anywhere.
Fuck you, man. Not going anywhere with you. CJ looks like Tom Sturridge. I don't know who that is. Who's Tom Sturridge? Okay. An angry scowl appears on his face. Exactly like that. Language, whelp. The man approaches you and starts talking. His tone remains unnaturally calm. Oddly enough, you find it both soothing and slightly unnerving. Now listen to me. I know this is all new to you, but I've dealt with hundreds of strays like you, and going by experience, they tend to fall into 2 categories. First, there are the smart ones who carefully obey my every word and don't try to pull off anything stupid. I always get them where they need to be, safe and sound. And then there are the dumb ones. The punks who thought they could take me on, the wise guys who tried to contact somebody secretly and without permission, the troublemakers who tried to run off or make a scene. So you've gone for 2 categories but listed 4. Dumbass. None of them got to their destination in one piece. In fact, most of them never reached their destination at all. His voice becomes slightly bored and monotone. You can tell he's given this speech before, likely dozens of times. So you see, while I generally consider myself pretty smart, I'm also a Mets fan. Is that basketball? Or is that baseball?
Baseball.
I don't know. It's my one true weakness, one that inspired me to come up with a 3-strike system, baseball, when dealing with pups like you. Ah, the Sandman. Okay, yeah, I can see that. The Sandman's really good. If you get on my nerves once or twice, well, I understand. Not all of us perform well in stressful situations. But cross me 3 times and you're out. No excuses, no forgiveness, no mercy. As he's talking, he slowly approaches you, adding a bit of a theatrical swagger to his walk. Eventually, he leans in, deliberately invading your personal space. He slides his hands underneath your teacher. You realise it's a test. He's daring you to do something about it. 3 strikes and you're out. Say, I understand, sir, now.
This is kinky.
You've never been too eager to get on your knees to anyone. This man's very presence instills primal fear in your heart. What?
I understand, sir. Now you're a little bitch boy.
Now I'm a little bitch boy. Now Kith. Moving on, is there anyone you would want to inform of your current situation? Tell them you're alright. He flashes his fangs briefly, and for some reason the sight sends a chill down your spine. There's something very wrong about him. Well, if he's got fangs and not a penis, then yeah, flashes.
Oh. Someone closest to you.
What was that?
I tried to list, but I'm not being good
Someone
at it.
closest to you.
Closest.
My ex-girlfriend, my girlfriend, lie out your ass.
Yeah.
Jessica, she kind of hates my guts, but yeah, I suppose it would be her. The stranger gives you a puzzled look and decides to prod further. The closest person in your life hates your guts. This time, something resembling a look of pity. He turns his eyes to the corpse on the floor. When it rains, it pours, I suppose. But if you'd like to ruin her day and let her know you're all right, give me her phone number. I'll have someone take care of it. Discreetly, of course. You hand him your smartphone so we can copy the number from your list of contacts. Thank you. This will be useful in illustrating my next point. Instead of giving you back your phone, the man hides it in his pocket. From this point on, you are subject to different laws than the ones you grew up under, and you'll be watched by many eyes to ensure these laws are respected. You're forbidden from letting anyone know you're still alive. You are forbidden from showing your face anywhere they know you. If anyone comes looking for you, it's over for both you and them. He interrupts his monotone recitation and stares deep into your eyes.
Now kiss.
Now, Kith. So, but he's meant to be monotone. So, unless you want your girlfriend to end up at the bottom of the Hudson, I'd suggest you cooperate. He proudly displays his cock again. You've put Jess in danger. God damn it. No, I don't care about Jess. I can only hope that you care for her enough not to do anything selfish. Nope, don't care about her at all. His words are meant to imply otherwise, but by now it's obvious. He hates your guts as much as you hate his. He's itching for a fight and you're almost willing to oblige. Alright, I think that's enough lecturing for today. We're on a bit of a schedule here. Now, I don't need to hurt you, but I can do so in the blink of an eye. Just so that we're clear, I have the authority to end you right here, right now. This is not an idle threat, so are you going to play along, or do we have to do it the hard way? You weigh your chances, but it doesn't look promising. The guy is fit, determined, and looks like he has AK bullets for nipples. You, on the other hand, are confused, exhausted, and on the verge of a panic attack. Yeah, fine, I'll go with you. I was expecting Joe Pesci to turn up when he said he'd take care of it. Hello, Ryan.
Oh, it's Ryan.
How you doing? He almost looks disappointed. A wise decision. Follow me, please, and close the door behind you. You take one final look at the woman who's just coming to at the body of the ground. This is Absolutely fucked. You pull the handle and close the door. The man leads you downstairs. You contemplate signalling the bald guy at the front desk, but he's too busy watching some 90s action flick on a small ancient-looking TV. He seems totally oblivious to your presence. He's watching Under Siege. So, you hear a dejected Jean-Claude Van Damme say, "I just want to go home," as you're walking by. Oh.
Alright, what's the movie?
Probably Hard Target, because I think that's the one where he's getting hunted. I'm out and we'll catch up on the VOD. Have a good weekend, you two. Yeah, Universal Soldier could be. Anything where he's away from home. Your would-be kidnapper stops by the door and addresses you before opening it. I thought it said undresses you. Oh. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, as soon as he opens the door, I'm making a run for it. Maybe I can outrun him. I'll save you the trouble. You can't. You can either get inside my car and I'll get you to where you need to be.
Yes, we're clear.
You've done myself clear. Clear as day. Day, huh? He opens the door. Oh, that looks good. And gestures to a black Cadillac Escalade parked right outside the building. After you.
That'd be a Nissan Micro over here.
He gestures to his Prius.
I actually only drive hybrids.
I've got Vampire Bloodlines vibe here, because the taxi drivers came. The first vampire. Did I die? This is the afterlife, isn't it? That's not what I said. You're not entirely wrong, but it's not what you think. I'm not in the mood to wax poetic about the state you're in or my role of tonight's events. Just remember, if you want to survive the next 2 hours, you'll have to play along. This is some shady bullshit. Man, this is bullshit. Well, riddle me this. Who's going to get their teeth smashed into their brain if he doesn't shut up? Understand this is for your own good. Times being what they are, you should consider yourself lucky. You drive in silence for about 20 more minutes. As exhaustion catches up with you, the streetlights fade into a blur. Eventually, the car stops and the door opens. You emerge from your dreamlike state and find yourself in some kind of underground parking garage. You two are the only ones here. The man points to a nearby door. Go on in, make yourself comfy. If you get hungry again, take a look in the fridge. I'll pick you up tomorrow and you'll get your answers. Behind the door is a small room, no windows, just a simple bed, a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling. A small fridge is humming away in the corner, accompanied by a rattling AC fan in the wall. Yeah, I just want to get out of the tutorial. He closes the door behind you. It looks sturdy, but as he's locking it, you'll notice claw marks all over. Looks like some previous guests weren't satisfied with their stay. You decide not to dwell on it and check the fridge. There's a single plastic bag there filled with red liquid. No label. Tomato soup? You feel sick to your stomach. Best to leave it for now. You lie down on the bed. It's a simple mattress on a metal frame. You can't help but think it looks exactly like the one back at the hotel with the bound woman. Oh right, you killed a man tonight. Or did you? Weird flex. Maybe none of this is real. Maybe it's all an elaborate prank.
Ashton Kutcher's about to come out from that fridge.
What, punked?
Yeah.
Yeah. I punch him in the face as well. The girl at the club, Jess, might have put her up to it. The tall guy's clearly in on it too. Now he's back with them, and they're all laughing their asses off. You don't know what to think anymore. Your mind races, but you're too tired to keep it going. Finally, you tense up one last time before drifting away into oblivion. You wake up. That, in itself, is a surprise. You barely remember when you drifted off. It didn't feel quite like sleep, more like plummeting into an endless void. You imagine that's how death feels like. The room is unchanged. The lamp is still on. The AC is still rattling. The refrigerator still humming. You take a look at your watch. It's almost 9 p.m. You've slept for 17 hours straight. Maybe you died. Wait a minute, 17 hours straight. So that's what, 2 a.m.? Yeah, it's 2 a.m. Okay, maybe it does make sense. You're not sure about that, but you are certain about one thing. You are hungry. It's not your stomach rumbling, though. It's a need that starts somewhere in your abdomen and spreads to your chest, throat, and the back of the head. You open the fridge. The bag is still there. You take a closer look at it. If it is soup, then its colour and texture are off. You pull the cork out, take a whiff. You recognise the smell immediately. Diarrhea. Holy shit. There's no mistaking it. It's bagged blood. The smell is faint, and you remember some situations in the past where you found it nauseating. But now it's almost... No, not almost. It is enticing. Drink the blood. It feels wrong, but right now there's barely anything in your life that doesn't. To hell with it. You pour a bit of liquid into your mouth. Oh, can we... Yeah... Can we get on with it?
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, got any more? Okay. Go on, we've got places to be. The car is humming in the empty parking lot just outside the door of the cramped room you have spent the day in. The man motions to it politely but with a stern look on his face.
Oh, get in the car. Get inside.
Get in the car. I'm trusting you here, man. Oh, there was a sound when it stopped. You take the back seat again. The door's locked. The stranger takes the wheel and starts the car. Oh, it's the same thing again. You drive in silence for a while. From time to time, you keep trying to catch glimpses of familiar streets or landmarks through the blackened windows, but it's of little use. The car is also soundproofed, so all you can hear is a bit of the traffic humming and the car's engine. The driver doesn't say anything and seems focused on the road. You check the door handle. Yeah, the door is locked all right. The piece of dark glass separating you and the front of the car looks sturdy too. There is nothing left to do but wait. You didn't have time to think about it before, but you realise now that you're hungry? No, not exactly. It's not a rumbling stomach that grabs your attention. It's a need that starts somewhere in your...
Yes, we did that already.
But you realise you prefer to bask in the afterglow of your last meal. You would never expected it, but you spend the rest of the trip lost in your thought. A lot of them concern blood. It takes you another 20 or so minutes to get to your destination. As the door opens, you try to get your bearings. You're still in New York, that much is certain. Queens, maybe. After that bit. It's a gallery called the Art Hole. Fucking glory hole.
Not the arsehole.
The arsehole is a good one too.
That's what it's riffing on, isn't it?
Probably. The two large men in suits flank the door on both sides. They give you, your companion, a nod as you approach. Prompted by the stranger guiding you, you walk inside. I recognise these pictures.
This is a full gallery, just so you're aware.
The gallery is full, which is unusual at this area, to say the least. It's Elysium. But these pictures, these paintings, were in Vampire Bloodlines. So, about 24 faces fill the showroom, and a number of waiters navigate the gathering, serving drinks. All of them are beneath the guests' attention. The visitors are well dressed for the most part, but it's unclear what they have gathered here for. Nobody seems to be particularly interested in the art pieces on the walls, and the atmosphere is polite. Unnaturally so. Many guests turn to look at you and the stranger who brought you here. Their glances are varied. You see open contempt on a few faces, and animated interest on others. Most of the eyes in the room calmly observe you, as if wishing to appraise your worth. The last time you felt like this was your previous job interview. It was like being a piece of livestock, inspected from all sides for any imperfection, so your wage could be haggled down. It was dehumanising and made you feel dirty. When they called you the next day to offer you the job, you declined. Even when you're a nobody, you became even less if you trade away your dignity for a paycheck. The memory makes you feel warmer inside, even now. Although the state of your bank account never did. The woman. Good evening, Kadir. And to you, child. Childer. Childy. The noble, cold voice takes you out of your head and back to the situation at hand. The gallery, a crowd of strangers.
I'm against your will.
You being brought here again. Yeah, I'll say I quite happily got in the car. The room awaits your response. Good evening, miss. You are addressing the Prince of New York City, Helene Panhard, child of Michaela. Thank you, my sheriff, but I am capable of introducing myself. Yay, dumbass. She is somewhat plain-looking.
Prince Tryhard.
Prince Tryhard. And doesn't seem to possess a great deal of charm, but still the entire room is intently focused on her voice. She has influence over these people, that much is clear. You may address me as Prince, Childer. I realise your introduction into unlife was abrupt, and I understand your sire left shortly after. The rules of our society dictate I punish you both for this transgression. A murmur of agreement, maybe, can be heard from the gathered audience. Fuck you. But I am willing to listen to what our loyal sheriff has to say about the circumstances of your embrace first. Let's shut up.
Yeah.
It feels like you're out of your depth here. Shall we begin? You're about to be judged by the court of New York
I knew you were going to do
City. Kadir, please tell us how you found this fledgling and what happened on your way here. How easy is it for you to get into the kitchen?
Why? You want a drink?
Can I have a mug of wine? My special box wine. Please tell us how you found this fledgling and what happened on your way here. Court, Prince. Is this some kind of secret society make-believe? A trusted informant who has chosen to remain anonymous at this time tipped me off about a suspicious kindred appearing in one of our domains. Upon investigating, I found them gone, but this fledgling remained in their place. The hunger made him savage a prostitute and his client in a Bronx brothel belonging to one of the ministry. I have already spoken to Sansiric about this and made sure it will blow over. The fledgling proved to have quite the nerve and an unruly tongue.
Yeah, that smells really nice, but tastes fucking foul.
Did you try a bit?
I did.
Surprisingly enough, you offered little resistance last night and cooperated on our way to the sofa. I was pleased to not have to force his compliance. We had a quick chat, but wishing to appear here post-haste, I urged him to join me, which he did without struggle. Again, a pleasant departure from my usual routine. His thirst partially slaked. Shouldn't it be saked? Isn't it?
Sated.
Sated. I don't know, because if anyone in chat knows English,
Slaked is right.
slaked
You're
is
just
right.
uncultured.
Which yeah, wow. Hi, I'm Steve. Very uncultured. Oh, I've never heard of the term slaked. With bagged blood we kept in the safe house, we had a pleasant enough drive here. The story ends with us arriving at Elysium tonight. All eyes are on you again. You take a special of interest in one of the faces. She better be hot. It's a beautiful woman with curly, almost blood red hair. Oh, I am a sucker for a redhead. Fuck's sake. You see her whispering to some bespectacled man with an absent-minded look on his face. It's us.
Oh my god.
Beautiful,
Weird,
beautiful
Steve.
redhead, and an absent-minded, bespectacled man. Who is she, you wonder? Thank you, Kadir. I take note of this fledgling's behaviour and will take it into consideration later.
You're Prince Tryhard. Who's the hot hussy over there?
Yeah. Who's that hot piece of ass? First, there is the matter of your sire. The person who brought you where Kadir picked you up from last night. Who were they? They were a feisty woman, my lord. A Latina woman, very radical, unless she convincingly lied to me. She was special, extraordinary. Or extraordinary, you might say.
You might.
She had fire, conviction, temper. She seduced me, easily in fact. I was gagging for it. Made me think she wanted me. I fell for it, and now I'm here. Prince Panhard. Who wrote this? Who made these names? I know, right? Yeah, power couple. Thank you, Panda. It feels awkward talking to a room full of strangers about what
Well, it is when you describe it the way you have.
Yeah, the writing's not great. Not to mention that even though the Latina made an impression on you for sure.
Can we stop referring to her as the Latina?
Her face is already fading from your mind. So she's gone from looking like Tina Turner, and when you actually remember her, she'll look like Bruce Springsteen. But Bruce Springsteen's a good-looking guy.
I would.
I know you would. You never you realise you. Do you want to read that bit?
You realise she never even told you her name.
Bitch. I thought her name was Latina. Well, Kadir, does that sound familiar? No, it does not. Or at least not familiar enough. I will continue the search after we're done here. The receptionist she spoke to may know her. That chick. Fuck me, who is this guy? She rented our room at the motel. Talk to the receptionist. He might know something about her. Unlikely, but regardless, thank you for that observation. I will investigate this later. What shall I do with a fledgling, my prince? What is your recommendation, my sheriff? Are we coming back to anal? The traditions are clear. Thou shalt only sire another with the permission of thine elder. If thou createst another without thine elder's leave, both thou and thy progeny shall be slain.
Slain.
I am ready to fulfill my duty. Duty. Stay your hand for a moment, bitch.
I wish to consult
my
9 bitches on this.
Make sure everyone is in agreement.
Your favourite French word.
My favourite French. Yeah, that one. Agreement. Of course, thine hussy. He seems strangely relieved. He fancies me. He wants a bit of CJ. CJ, you've pulled, mate. Love the shifter. Hussy never told me her name. I also never asked her what it was. I was too busy wanking off. Narratively.
I'm such a nice guy. I never
so
bothered
nice.
to go, sorry love, what's your name? I'm just going to refer you as a trait that you've got no control over.
The prince leaves the main showroom and a handful of people follow her out. See, if I was playing this at LARP and I was the prince and someone came in and just said, this person's been embraced, I don't know who their sire is and stuff like that, it's like, this is no bearing on me. I don't care if they've behaved all right. Can we just end them and then I can go off and have dinner? You're about to ask this Kadir what all that talk of traditions and council was when the red-haired woman approaches the two of you. Oh, pardon me. Sophie. Ruined. It's fine because Sophie never watches me. She looks very... It's the same woman model. With a different hair. I was wondering if I could have a word with the fledgling. What for, bitch? She lowers her voice in response. Come now, Kadir. You all know what the verdict is going to be.
How many of those have you had?
I've had a sip. Let me speak to them. You might not have to stain your hands tonight after all. Her words grab his attention. His face is hard to read. It's like several emotions are struggling for domination. Anger, sadness, hope, gratitude, resolve. He just needs a shit. Any minute now, he's going to start blaming women for his problems and making connections with them. He's a fucking incel. CJ's an incel. I'll go get my sword. Excellent. He steps out of the room the way you came, and you are left in the showroom with the woman in red dress. In red dress? In the red dress.
I refuse to ask her name.
She takes you aside, and the eyes of the remaining guests follow you. Well then, fledgling, you are in quite the pickle.
What do you mean? That haircut, firstly.
Yeah. What do you mean, person I don't want to know the name of? I still don't understand what my crime is here. Poor thing. I can't keep doing that. But if you want to get out of here, you should read her, really.
It really isn't your fault. But if you want to get out of here in one piece, you need to understand one crucial fact that seems to have eluded your grasp. Stop being a nice guy. Last night, you became a vampire. Is that good?
You did well.
Thank you. We should do a podcast.
Oh, I hate podcasts.
Wait, what?
No, that's me.
No.
Wait, what? Where's ... I missed ...
Ah. Oh yes, I'm well aware of how ridiculous that sounds. It's the reason why we have these nicer words for it. Kindred, being embraced, having a sire. The fact remains, you have a dirty great sire every morning. The beings called vampires, you're looking at them. They're us.
I want to meet Laszlo and Nadia and Colin Robertson and the other one I forgot the name of.
Nadir?
Is it Nadir?
I can't remember.
Oh my god, I've forgotten. Oh, Dawn's gonna kill me. Laszlo, Nadia, Colin Robertson.
Nazim.
I think you're just being racist now.
I'm not!
Someone in chat tell me who the other one in What We Do in the Shadows is called, because I've completely forgotten. And if Helen's right, I apologize. You glance around. Some of the guests are still occasionally looking at you, commenting on you in hushed tones. Many of the patrons are pale, really pale. Most hold glasses of wine, or mugs of wine. No, not wine.
Yeah, it's blood.
That's not the
blood.
right thing. This is not the right
blood.
thing. You're trying to come up with something sensible to say, but you're drawing a blank. So, anybody watch the game last night? Makes a more big kind of sense. You drank blood last night, there's no denying it, and your breathing has not returned. Your heart remains still. A vampire.
Yeah, come on.
One vampire.
Oh, this...
Two voices in your head start battling for supremacy. One of them slowly begins to put everything that happened since yesterday together, coming to a conclusion that no matter how insane it might seem, nothing but what she is saying makes sense. The other voice just keeps on saying, what the fuck, on repeat.
Yeah.
Change the fucking record. You're surprised. Oh yeah, sorry.
You're surprised. This is often how it plays out by design. Kadir deliberately keeping you in the dark and all. If we do nothing, you will be cut down, as sure as day follows night. But I'm here to offer you a chance, a way out, under one condition. I will take you under my wing. If you're lucky, the prince will be in a good mood tonight, and your deference to Kadir will work in your favour. She might agree to this, but only if you swear fealty to me. I'm not making this offer lightly. As your patron, I will take responsibility for you. Your actions will reflect on me. If they reflect negatively, well, I will make sure you face the consequences.
Nandor.
Nandor. not racist. I had the right start.
You'll make me your servant. So let me just get this straight. You'll make me your servant in exchange for my life. That's the deal.
If you insist on putting it in such pedestrian terms, yes, that is the deal, as you so eloquently put it. The alternative is, I fear, final death at the hands of Kadir, here, tonight.
Steps and hushed voices can be heard from the side room. It seems the prince and her council are returning to the showroom. Kadir appears from downstairs as well and starts walking towards you.
When you hear the verdict, ask to be spared. I will intervene. Remember my condition.
She flashes a heart-melting smile towards Kadir, who does not smile back. The sheriff's immaculate suit is now complemented by a curved, oriental-looking metal scabbard, fastened with a colourful sash around his waist. It would look vaguely ridiculous if it wasn't surprisingly intimidating first and foremost. Kadir takes his place next to you and observes as the prince takes centre stage again. Loyal kindred of the New York City Camarilla, gathered here tonight, I have made my decision regarding this fledgling. She briefly addresses you. I want you to know that this was not an easy decision to make. For your part, you have not done anything to earn our ire. I do feel a genuine sorrow for what must be done. We are all keenly aware these nights. We need to close our ranks and trust the wisdom of our elders and their traditions more than ever before. There is no place for tolerating dissent when our very existence is under constant threat, although I acknowledge some of my council's divergent opinions in this. God, my ear is killing me.
Bows his head in the air.
Oh. ...
I hold the final authority over this fledgling's fate. I declare that while their embrace might be the sire's responsibility, in their absence it is their progeny that must be punished. See, I'm trying to keep the voice your...
The sentence is final death.
To be resolved presently.
It's not a fucking joke. Oh my God.
Kadir!
You hear a scraping sound to see that the sheriff has unsheathed his curved sword.
Oh, hey!
Wow. This incel's just got laid. It is a beautifully detailed blade. Oh, fuck's sake, yeah, that's what you'd focus on. Go, oh my God, I'm going to be killed. That's a really nice sword, though. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th.
Don't know anything about baseball.
I don't know what that means. And he's out to bat. You will not get another chance to speak up. You make your choice. Well, yeah, I just did. Not going down this, damn it. Spare me. Prince, if I may ask you to stay in the sheriff's hand for a while, look, that's you.
Oh.
I've done it.
Prince, out.
Kadir looks at the prince awaiting her response. The sword is still hanging above you, threatening to fall at a moment's notice.
Is there something you'd like to say, Miss Langley? Of course she's called Sophie Langley. Yes, if I may. What's going on?
I'm trying to get comfy. Bottom. At first, the prince looks somewhat annoyed at the distraction, but she stays quiet for a while, measuring the mood in the room. The bored elites suddenly look at you, roused in just so many boners. Some of them dismayed at not seeing the bloodshed, but all intrigued by the unexpected twist. The prince nods. Well, let's hear it, bitch. Didn't read it out.
My prince, while the traditions are clear, I believe that the proper context should be observed in addition to the letter of our laws. This fledgling is a burden, but with proper guidance they could become an asset to our domain.
I didn't read that out either.
Yes, I happen to think they might hold a potential that would be unfortunate to waste. I do expect their full cooperation, of course.
Whispers can be heard again, an incredulous voice or two are hushed. Just behead the fucker.
That was not hushed.
Lop the cunt's head off! Some suppressed exclamations of surprise. What? Oh no! Oh. Silence! For your quim.
Oh no.
I ask all of you to make a note of this moment. I might be persuaded to bend one tradition in this child's favour, but another will have to be enforced even more firmly in its stead. Until thy progeny shall be released, thou shalt command them in all things. Their sins are thine to endure. Are you certain that's a responsibility you wish to shoulder, Miss Langley?
I am willing to guide this fledgling and add a valuable ally to our sect in a time of need, yes. But I would like to receive the right of destruction over them, if it pleases you.
Give me a chance to prove myself, bitch. Better work, bitch. That remains to be seen. I do take notice of your tenacity. See that it doesn't become a burden. I shall grant what you ask. Let it be known. Sophie Langley of the Clan of the Rose will become this fledgling's patron. They shall be considered like sire and child. Fucking Toreador. I hate Toreador. Miss Langley will take full responsibility for them, and I grant her the right of destruction if she sees fit to use it. Let my intentions be clear, however. If I am to turn a blind eye to one of our most important traditions on this occasion, I expect it to be beneficial to the Camarilla. Substantially so. I hope you find this verdict satisfactory, Ms. Langley.
Ms.
Ms.
Of course, Prince. Thank you.
Very well.
It's getting more and more difficult.
It's-
Are you alright, Prince?
I think I've had a stroke. It's, was it from Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Very well. Take out thy holy hand grenade and count to 5. 3, Lord. 3. 5 is way out. What is your name, child?
CJ Prince. What a...
CJ Prince. She nods. Welcome to the Camarilla, CJ Prince. Now, this evening proved to be even more eventful than I anticipated. But with the fledgling's fate decided, I believe our meeting here can conclude. Thank you all for appearing on such short notice. Give my regards to those who couldn't make it. Kadir, a moment of your time before I let you return to your duties. Duties. Of course, Prince. That's not how Kadir sounds.
That's not. They all sound like that now,
They
do they?
do, yeah. He shoots you a side glance that doesn't leave much space for interpretation. You will be watched. You will be judged, and if need be, you will be punished. The two of them leave the gallery.
Well, CJ, I forgot that this is what I do. I think we've both already managed to significantly improve each other's evenings.
Anal.
But let's keep the ball rolling, shall we? I think we should have a toast to a new fruitful partnership.
I can feel my pulse in my ear.
Right.
She raises... no.
And she slaps them.
She raises her hand at one of the well-dressed concierges who have now reappeared in the showroom to refill the guests' glasses. The conventionally handsome man approaches you with a carafe of red liquid. He pours it into 2 tall glasses. It's blood again. Well, obviously. That much is clear. Blood's not clear. You're in 2 minds about drinking it, but the memory of last night's hunger made you wince. You take a tentative sip. You slide your hand under the man's t-shirt. You expected the same blandness you tasted a few hours ago, but this one you can actually savour. It's smoky and warm, making you think of a cosy cabin in the woods. Like a cigar. It does strike you as a strange image for your mind to jump to when drinking human blood, but it is what it is. You've never tasted anything like it. Well, you have. Twice now. Fucking liar.
Do you like it? I think the NYC Caterers have a Oh, I hate that word.
What word?
Bourgeoisie.
Bourgeois.
Ideas about what good blood should taste like. It's like Yosemite. But in my head, I still say it Yosemite.
Yo! Semite!
Exactly.
Thank you, Smith.
So I always read that as Bourgeoisie or whatever, and then I have to work out what I actually want to say.
This can only end well. She's not going to betray CJ at all. Let's get his name right. It's CJ Prince.
CJ Prince.
CJ Prince. You couldn't even read it right. You even missed a ...
Apologies, you must have so many questions. While we're on the topic, perhaps you should start with those related to sustenance.
Oh.
I actually have 0 questions, Sophie.
I know it all. I know it all already.
Honestly, Sophie, I want to just get on with this shit.
It's kind of weird that you have waiters serving blood. Where do you get it from?
Where is that coming from?
I thought I'd try something different.
That can be a bit of a touchy topic. Let's just say that most of the blood available at events like this is crowd-funded. Did I get that right? It's hard to keep track of the modern language.
You're a stupid bint.
At any rate, what I mean is that there is a plethora of vessels on tap. As for where to get blood when you're not at Elysium, tomorrow I shall take you hunting and we will explore this topic further. What you need to know right now is that no matter how much you drink, you will always be tempted to have more, unless you consume someone wholly to the last drop, but even that doesn't last. Best start by just taking a single sip from a vessel. Be prudent. Hot, fresh blood is more satiating than most anything that can be served in a fancy glass, but that can make you more voracious.
Kickstarter blood. Yeah.
As to how much you should have, it depends. If you're frugal, you can survive many nights without a single drink, but it's risky and it will tempt the beast that is part of our curse.
I've forgotten the voice already.
Yeah.
You'll take me hunting, you say?
That was it.
And I'm expected to follow you around wherever you go? Yes? Her demeanour sours.
If I request it, then yes, unequivocally. Without my good graces, you will meet a swift and definite end. I have offered you a chance, but it's only worth as much as you decide to utilise. It's only worth as much as you decide to utilise it.
A nasty smile makes her bare her fangs.
Of course, you can feel free to save me the trouble and just meet the sunrise. Just do it in a secluded place so you don't endanger the masquerade.
Her anger gone in a split second, a warm smile returns to her face and makes you feel foolish for having wronged her in any way. You realise it's an obvious play on your emotions. You've seen Kadir toy with you in similar ways. It doesn't change the fact that the trick is still that one. The concierge returns. Concierge asks for permission to intrude, which Sophie gives with a polite smile and leans in to whisper into her ear. You note that the gallery is now almost empty. I'm being told the gallery
is just about to close, but we still have quite a lot to discuss. We'll go to one of my apartments. Is that?
Jalopy?
Yeah.
Your jalopy?
It's waiting downstairs. Come.
It's not too late. The smile she puts on makes you remember the way you felt with the fucking hell. It's not arousing though, more like magnetic. You find it hard to argue. Still touching myself. Pardon me.
Oh my god. No, I'll do it in a minute.
Alright. Even though you're still suspicious of her authority over you, her charm momentarily wins you over. It's the same...
No.
Sophie leads you to a luxurious silver Rolls Royce. It's not a jalopy then, is it? Lying cow. The chauffeur, broad-shouldered, clean-shaven, middle-aged guy, starts driving immediately.
Who gets in the front when they've got a chauffeur?
They're banging.
Where did we leave off? I believe I started telling you a bit more about our customs. You've heard the prince refer to our traditions. Chief among them is the masquerade. As you might have gathered from us assembling at a niche gallery after closing time, our comings, goings and doings tend to be somewhat secretive. We do not advertise our existence. We allow myths and modern fiction to morph and muddle the facts, so to the vast majority of kind we remain bedtime stories and pop culture icons. Say, is that one television show about a vampire angel still popular? What show is that?
David Boreanaz. You shake your head in confusion. She shrugs and continues talking. Look a little bit more dejected than before.
Our clandestine ways help us remain safe, allow us to explain away the occasional trip up to the rational mind for the 21st century humanity, and dictate much of our interactions with mortals.
It's a tape player.
Jeez.
Oh no, that's the hazards. Or is that the tape? Oh, I don't know. It's a shit car.
Oh, there's Nexus.
Hello, Nexus. How you doing?
It's always raining, isn't it? You notice that?
Oh yeah, we're all ill.
Here we go.
What?
Do your voice.
So,
Like,
where are the perks here? You're a vampire, but you need to keep quiet about it? What's the point? There has to be a flip side, right? It's like Metal Gear Solid. Snake. Snake!
Just like it. Don't get me wrong, we have power, immense power, influence over mortals. Immortality has its benefits too, of course, but we have many enemies and some know our weakness as well. How are you doing?
Oh, right, cool. I can just save it. Excellent. I'm calling it, because I'm fucked.
Well, I was hoping we'd hit a... No, you're just doing sound effects in that voice. Oh, it's not. We're never going to get to a stop point.
We're not going to get to a stop point at all, ever. Sounds a bit like Keanu in Dracula. Oh, I love that film, but his accent is the worst. Absolute worst in that. Have you ever seen Dracula?
No.
Of course not. Oh, it's terrible. Not too bad, thank you. Had a bit of a rough week, but had some very exciting news today. Really hope you're feeling a wee bit better soon. Me too. The wine's not going to help, but I'm going to finish it off. And I'm going to take all the painkillers in the world. So, it's that one there. Yeah, I haven't set up a thing to go back to the other thingy with the bits. But, yeah, thank you, everyone who's come to watch and just take the piss, really, because I think that's what was needed this evening. Next time we do this, I'll put the lighting in front of us so you can actually see the thing properly. And what's it? But we are going to raid someone because it's what we do. Oh, everyone's playing. Alright, we're going to go and raid Dolly because Dolly has been absolutely wonderful. Thanks for a great stream. I may try this game now. It's been good, guys. Thank you for watching. It's been quite fun to do. I said that we'll get Helen on to do some bits and bobs and stuff like that. Seems edgy but good. Yeah, they're all bloody edgelords. Right, we're gonna go raid Dolly. Let's give him like all the love in the world and stuff like that, and then hopefully I'll have a good weekend and I'll stream on Monday. May chat LARP, may do something, I don't know. It's depending on how dead I am, really. But much love to you all. I hope you're all weird CJ being
You're going to
wrong
run out of time.
Yeah, I always run out of time. Anyway, take care, everybody. Much love. Bye. Bye.